What's going on, world? This is the 29th episode of the Bet On Us podcast. I'm 1K Watts.
And I'm Mike.
And we finally got Sean here.
What up, everybody?
And we got Andreas behind the boards.
Yo, what's up?
How we feeling?
Great. Happy to be here.
What a fucking week, right?
What a week. Just finished watching the Giants 49ers game, and the Giants suck.
Still suck. They should be
Bad.
Should be 0-3.
That offensive line, bro, they can't block anything. Couldn't stop a nosebleed.
Daniel Jones can't make a decision still.
But in his, dude, he has no time to throw the ball. Bro, put me at defensive tackle, I'm getting 4 sacks a game. That's all I'm saying.
No Saquon Barkley. It's looking
That
rough
hurts.
for the boys.
That hurts.
They're definitely going to finish 4th in the division.
Talking about Barkley being out in one of my fantasy leagues, got Nick Chubb and Barkley were my 2 starting backs.
Well, that's what you get. Bad karma. You know, you're just
you
not.
Can't depend too much on running backs.
You're
nowadays.
not a good guy,
dude. That Nick Chubb injury, though, prayers out to him. That was disgusting.
It
was gruesome. For that to be the second time that he's had like a very similar injury. He had that same injury back when he played for Georgia in college.
It hurt me to watch.
Yeah, brutal.
So on that note, do you guys think that was a clean hit or a dirty hit by Mika
I think
Fitzpatrick?
it was just an unfortunate circumstance.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it was clean or dirty. I think that's just part of the game.
Because, I mean, the way I've been, like, reading a lot on it, like, on the internet and just seeing people comment, like, you know, like ex-DBs like Ryan Clark or,
Right.
You know, they're saying stuff like, well, we go high, it's fucking dirty. We go low, it's dirty. Like, where do you want us to hit these guys?
Yeah, you
right?
go high, it's targeting.
Yeah.
Right, and then you go low. I mean, it was just an unfortunate hit. That's the kind of tackle you get hit like that all the time. It just so happened that his foot
it kind of seemed like he missed the hit, right? And just kind of rolled into him.
Well, when it happened, I thought it happened so fast. It looked like exactly that. Like he just Nick Chubb rolled right over him.
Yeah.
Well, and somebody was already going high on him, so like he was, you know, Nick Chubb's strong as fuck, so he was pushing the pile. So Minka went low to stop that shit, and it was just it was bad.
I mean,
I can see people being pissed about it, you know, but it's like I don't think it was bad intentions.
No, I don't think so either.
How do we feel? I'm happy they didn't show that replay, even though we saw it a million times on social media.
Yeah, you don't want to show these guys
I'm
like
glad
that's the worst
they
moment.
had some conscience about it.
Yeah,
you know.
But back to when you have somebody coming up high and you're coming in low on somebody who's bigger and stronger than you. It's kind of what we're taught from like you're not trying to hurt somebody. Football is a brutal, violent sport, but from the time that we're little kids playing tackle football in 5th, 6th grade, peewee football, if you're tackling some dude who's bigger than you, what do your coaches say? Aim your shoulder pads right at his thigh. Take out his legs. I'm not going to tackle a dude who's way bigger than me standing straight up. He's going to blow over me. I'm going to go get low. The lower man wins. That's something that's drilled into your head forever. And we're trying to change so much with these safety protocols, too. You can't hit somebody hard and target him for risk of a concussion. You can't hit somebody low for the risk of a knee injury.
I mean,
my only point about this shit is if we're going to complain about players hitting people low, a Nick Chubb injury is a freak accident. What about all the other torn ACLs and popped Achilles and all this kind of random shit? That's because of the artificial turf. Like, you could stop all these, like, you could keep trying to officiate violence out of the game by you can't hit this way, you can't hit this way. But meanwhile, people are getting injured every fucking week from playing on this shitty artificial turf. Trayvon Diggs is out now.
So let's play. We'll get to Trayvon Diggs, but you can protect the quarterback as much as you want, right? Let's play that game. Don't tackle the quarterback here and there. You can't play that with everybody else.
No.
With Nick Chubb, you have to go low. You got to go low. I mean, that's part of the game. That's why these players get paid so much money.
It's a risk of the sport, dude.
That's why you're getting paid that, bro.
You're getting paid millions of dollars, and you might fuck up your knee every now and then. Say, like, boxers, like, ain't nobody trying to stop boxers from getting CTE.
Right.
You can't hit them like that. Like, bro, they're getting paid that money.
You're risking your life, and that's why you're getting paid $10 million a year.
Exactly. I don't think it was, like, anything dirty or malicious. It's not Vontaze Burfict back there trying to take somebody out, but you know, shit happens. This is a brutal sport. It sucks.
That's why we watch this shit, dude. If it wasn't Rome, would we watch? Would we give a shit?
Exactly.
You know.
So yeah, the most recent injury for the Dallas Cowboys, Trayvon Diggs popped his.
No, you're right. See your thing. Okay.
I'm just thinking of how much of that Cowboys defense is one of the best in the leagues, if not the best. How much does missing Trayvon Diggs impact that defense?
Very much, because look, and I know you were about to say the opposite. Trayvon Diggs hurts because last year they had a bunch of backup cornerbacks in where they were just getting beat over the top. They lost a lot of games because they got beat over the top. Their backup cornerbacks are not good. Now your number one cornerback is a 40-year-old man. I know he's not 40 exactly, but Stephon Gilmore's old.
Yeah, he's going to be
there's
the back nine of his career.
Trayvon Diggs is such a playmaker at cornerback that you don't recover from losing that. That's like the Eagles losing Darius Slay. Like, bro, that hurts. You don't have a backup anywhere near as good. So people are going to be picking on the next guy up. I'll tell you what, if Jalen Hurts, when he plays the Cowboys, we're going to be picking on whoever's covering Devontae Smith. Say Stephon Gilmore is covering A.J. Brown.
Now, yeah.
Someone's going to get picked on.
The only area that so they're going to look much better losing Trayvon Diggs than they would if they lost Micah Parsons.
Right.
The reason that secondary is able to capitalize and get so many turnovers is because that defensive front gets so much pressure on the quarter. It's tough throwing out of pressure every time, dude. So I think it's going to be a different defense, but I don't think we're going to see a huge drop off in the defenses.
Unless you're good. I mean, most teams aren't going to be able to figure out how to beat you, but I think the teams that can beat you will. I think the 49ers are going to beat you because they know where you're weak. I think if they can spot your weak points, you're going to get beat.
Yeah. Tough loss regardless. That was really the only big injury this week. I don't think anybody else is out.
Right. Did you want to say something on that?
No, Mike kind of took the words out of my mouth, dude. I think that the front seven with the Cowboys is so fucking good that, like, they force bad throws and they force rushed throws to the point where it's like that opens up interceptions for the secondary. I know Trayvon Diggs is a great corner and, like, yeah, it's definitely going to hurt a little bit, but I think the strongest point of their defense is their front seven compared to their secondary. I think their front seven is stronger than their secondary. So I think it's like Mike said, it would hurt worse to lose Micah Parsons.
Agreed.
So what do you do when there's a top tier line there and you can't make any move on the quarterback. You can't make any move on the running back, and they're just kind of abusing you.
You mean if the O-line's shutting down the pass rush?
Right.
Then that's when it's going to get...
That's when you're fucked,
That's
right?
when it's going to get brutal.
Well, I mean,
but then again, luckily, like, they have a decent enough offense to, like, kind of stay in the game. Right? Lately, the first two games,
as of now,
the defense has been winning them.
Right.
We haven't even seen Dak.
We haven't had to see Dak play from behind yet.
And this is my thing. Dak at some point is going to there's going to be pressure on Dak. Is Dak going to be able to make a play? Is he going to be able to make consecutive plays? In the playoffs, we can put a lot of weight on Dak for throwing 2 interceptions against the Niners last year. Is he going to make the same mistakes? You know?
Yeah, that's true. Defense wins championships, and I think the Cowboys are leaning on that hard. But to your point, at some point, you're going to have to come back and lead a fourth quarter game-winning drive, and the Cowboys have not been in that position up to this point this year.
And this situation now, losing your number one cornerback,
it's big.
There's a weak spot now.
It's a big deal.
You know exactly where to hit. Let me fucking hit this.
We good over there? Okay. So,
Let me bring something to you real quick.
Okay.
Y'all 0-2. What's your bounce back move? Chargers are 0-2. He's not wearing a Chargers jersey. He's a Chargers fan. What's your bounce back move?
Well, I'm not wearing a Chargers jersey because I only got 2 of them. And I was looking over our old clips. And I'm just wearing the same Chargers jersey over
Fuck
and
it.
over.
It's football season.
Hey, but...
you wash them. Or you don't.
I think so. What we were just talking about this shit before the episode. Offensively, like last week, that last fourth quarter drive to give them the ball at the end of the game, we should have gotten a couple first downs that would have ended it.
Right.
That's a big deal. Defensively, I'm putting Brad Staley on the hot seat. He's got to do something. He's running the defense, and we regularly have Khalil Mack and Nick Bosa dropping back into coverage, which drives me up the wall. Even when I'm playing Madden, I notice that shit. There's a lot of formations where they're at outside linebacker and drop into coverage. Brad Staley, if we lose this week, he's officially on the hot seat.
Right.
There's no reason we should have Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Samuel Jr., Derwin James, J.C. Jackson, Michael Davis, all these guys on defense and be that bad. We have the 32nd ranked pass defense. Like, everybody's just going, like, Kirk Cousins is about to have 400 yards against us. We let Tua get 466 the week 1. It's just, if we lose this game, Brad Staley, I think, is on the hot seat and could be gone within the next couple weeks.
And you guys got Minnesota at Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a tough game.
And Minnesota's just as hungry. They're 0-2.
Yeah, exactly.
And they
Same
shouldn't shouldn't be 0-2.
Same
You know this. Justin Jefferson shouldn't have a win by now.
There was some stat that we were just talking about, like, based off of the averages of the first 2 games, if Kirk Cousins continues on this trajectory, he'll have like a 6,000-yard season and be 0-17. Like, it's just crazy. And the Vikings have a ton of firepower on offense. Obviously, JJ.
It's
They
their
got
defense.
Addison, too.
Their defense is the problem.
Hawkinson, but their defense can't stop a nosebleed.
They just traded for Cam Akers. I know that, like, he's probably not going to be a
Oh.
big part of the offense for at least a couple weeks, but, like, with him and Alexander Madison, maybe they can get, like, some type of run game going.
Okay. So
Yeah.
here's something.
It could be deadly, like,
Yeah.
later in the season. Who knows?
If the Chargers lose, what's the probability of making the playoffs? Because I know if you start 0-3, it's a low probability.
And in the AFC, too, the people we'd have to go
And
with.
you guys got to play the Cowboys. You guys got to play the Chiefs twice. You haven't even hit that shit yet.
Yeah, we haven't hit the tough stretch in our schedule. It's going to be a tough one, dude. We got to piece together some wins. We do not... Our schedule.
You're
So what do we
looking
have
at
coming
it?
up? So what do we have coming up?
Do it.
All right. So after the Vikings, you guys got the Raiders, which should be a win. And then you got Dallas, Kansas City. You got Chicago.
Easy.
Then you got the Jets.
Easy.
And then you got Detroit, which is no slouch. Green Bay, Baltimore, New England, Denver.
We could easily lose half those games.
losing
And
to
then you guys got
Baltimore
like the
for
Bills.
sure.
You guys
No,
got
I
like the
wouldn't
Bills
say
in
that.
there.
You're losing to Baltimore.
And then
No.
you got the Bills and KC again.
You're beating
See,
Baltimore?
Yes.
Not with, who's stopping Lamar Jackson?
Khalil Mack. Joey Bosa. Kendrick.
That was a pause.
Listen, the tough part is this shit can... If the players... I've been watching the Chargers lose by 3 points since I was 9 years old. I think there's some wild stat. I'm not going to pull numbers out my ass, but the Chargers have lost
do this to you.
by more
Look.
games by... Don't
here.
fucking touch me.
Come here.
They have lost by more in more single possession games by significant margin than anybody else in the league over
Come
the
here.
past decade. What?
7-10, baby. 7-10.
Don't fucking touch me.
7-10, baby.
7-10. I don't know why you're giggling over there being a Steelers fan. You fucking idiot.
I don't know what our record is going to be, but I just know that we have one more win than fucking the Chargers.
Damn it. It's bro, I'm pissed. It's tough, but this isn't anything that I haven't seen before. The Chargers always lose like this. We have the inability, I don't know if it's a curse, that we just can't win when it comes. If we're down by 3, we're losing.
I think it's a San Diego curse. And I know that sounds crazy. Padres suck. Clippers
Padres
suck.
weren't bad last year though.
But they've not won a championship, World Series. Padres suck. Clippers suck. Chargers suck. I think it's a San Diego curse. Because
Or could it also
Clippers,
be-
the Clippers came from San Diego in the 70s. Yeah.
Yeah. Could it also be though that we're in the AFC? Like if we're in the NFC, we're getting a
Okay.
fucking...
Can you blame that on the last 50 years?
AFC's always been harder than the NFC.
For
Since
50 years.
I feel like it changes every year.
not every
the
year.
Niners and the Cowboys in the 90s.
It was only the Niners and the Cowboys.
Okay, what was in the AFC?
All I'm getting, dude, a lot of people. Damn, it's
Hella
just
teams.
brutal, bro. I'm so sick of losing by one possession games. I want to for once see.
And this
I'm
is
not
my-
with Brad Staley,
But this is my issue. It's not a Herbert thing. When does the blame get put on the quarterback?
when it's the defense that loses the game every fucking time, we can't get a stop.
If you guys
It's
are putting
tough-
up 30 points a game, then you guys should be
and
losing.
it's tough when you don't get one defensive stop.
So
We've
you're
not
telling
stopped
me
anybody.
You're telling me when you're up 27-0
Last year,
you
bro.
can't fucking get a first down? That's not the quarterback's fault?
How much of it is coaching?
At some point, the quarterback's calling audibles.
Don't you think that coaching matters more in football than any other sport? This isn't basketball to where you can have LeBron carry the 2005 to 2010
I'm not
Cavaliers
disagreeing.
over and over.
I'm not disagreeing. But at some point,
We have not found. Do you know who our quarterbacks have been since fucking Marty
that's not
Schottenheimer
the
left?
discussion.
What I'm getting at is that coaching matters more in football than any other sport.
And that's not what I'm
And we
getting at.
haven't had that coaching to take the leadership role.
When is
bro.
Herbert to blame?
When his
When the
stats.
offense isn't putting up points, that's when he's to blame. But right now, you guys are putting up points.
We're putting up points and we can't make a defensive stop.
Okay.
Even Andy Reid gives Patrick Mahomes layups. They get fucking defensive stops. They have a good defense now with Chris Jones being back, but they'll get easy completions. When it comes to the Chargers, Justin Herbert has to try to go be Superman, and nobody can go be Superman all the time. Even Patrick Mahomes gets easy layup fucking passes.
I like the intensity.
There's nothing that Justin Herbert gets easy. And our defense can't stop anything. Like, we can't get anybody off the field.
Is that the DC or is that the personnel?
It's the DC. Well, Brad Staley's running the defense. I'm out on Brad Staley, dude.
I told you this last year.
Yeah.
I told you this last year. I said you should have fired him when
Your
you
head
lost.
coach is the DC.
He's running the defense, yeah.
Oh shit.
So I'm not like, yeah, so it's just not, I'm not thrilled on the way he operates, dude. It doesn't work. It's just, I get it. Defense wins championships, though. If we can never get a simple stop.
Okay, should Herbert be fucking going up to the defense on the sideline and saying, fucking make a play? Who's going to make a fucking play and be remembered forever? Is he a leader?
He's not that guy.
He's not that guy. You need to fucking pat
He's
somebody
not
on the
as
head.
vocal. He's not a vocal leader like that.
Pat
in my
somebody,
opinion.
say, make a fucking play. When we beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, Nick Foles came up to every single defensive man and said, make a fucking play, be a legend.
Yeah, that's one thing I could agree on. I think Justin Herbert does need to be a little bit more vocal.
He does his part, but he's not going to get on the defensive side of things. He's not going to try to like motivate.
Wentz?
You know.
Is it Carson
Again,
Wentz?
but even if Justin Herbert were to be that vocal guy, right? Coaching still sets the reason Jalen Hurts fits so well in that is because you have great coaching at the helm. And of course, Hurts' personality and persona feeds into it. But even if Justin Herbert goes up to the defense and tries to get him hyped up, and you have Brad Staley coming back like, on this next play, we're gonna drop back Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa onto Tyreek Hill.
Usually,
it's stupid shit.
Usually, I agree with this, but right now, Hurts is dealing with coordinators that don't know what the fuck is going on.
And you guys are 2-0, but it hasn't been a pretty 2-0.
I'll take 2-0.
You guys look like dog water too.
I don't care what it looks like. We won.
By barely beat the Giants.
Who gives a fuck? You guys barely lost both times in your last place. You would take 2 shitty wins
of course.
than 2 pretty losses.
Of course. If we had the NFC though, the Charger, if we were in the other division, we're going 13-4.
You guys are about to lose to the Vikings.
We're not losing to the
You're
Vikings.
gonna lose
though.
to the fucking
We ain't losing to the
Vikings.
Vikings.
Justin Jefferson is dropping 200 yards on you.
Because he's done so well. up
Put
to
it
this
there.
point. 200 yards?
Yes.
You can suck my dick if you
I'd say more than 200 yards.
Damn.
Okay.
Coming from the guy who's running
Nah.
back, Najee Harris, looks like he's running with weights on his fucking ankles every
I
game.
digress. Let's digress.
Looks like he's trying to lose a yard every time he touches
Let's-
the ball.
Hey, you know what? We
Shit.
should be 0-2, but guess what? We're 1-1.
Let's shift. You're not in last
Okay,
place.
okay, fair.
Let's shift. What do we want to talk about?
Can we run through? Can one of you guys pull up the upcoming schedule and just run through who we think's gonna win? Make some predictions on this upcoming Sunday.
All right, so starting with Tennessee versus Cleveland. What do you guys got?
I got Cleveland, dude.
Excuse me, I'll take Cleveland on this one too.
I like Cleveland's defense.
All right, Atlanta and Detroit.
I have Detroit.
New Orleans and Green Bay. Ooh, hey, you know what?
That's
That's
gonna be a
battle of the
good
Bakersfield
game.
quarterbacks right there.
I
That's gonna
have
be a good game.
I have the Saints.
that Saints
Derek
de-
Carr versus Jordan Love. Battle of Bakersfield.
Yeah, that
That's
Saints
cool- that's a cool
defense is raw, but I'm gonna take the Packers. On
I
that
like
one.
the Saints on
You want
that.
to put a little friendly Hunter Dukes on
How
that?
about you?
All right,
give me some
all right,
friendly
Bakersfield
head.
bet.
I got
Bakersfield
the
bet.
Packers.
He's got
Jordan Love.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
got,
title right there.
I got the
Bakersfield bet.
Saints, and he's gonna suck my dick if he loses.
Oh wow.
I thought we were
All right,
betting. He said, "Oh wow,
Denver at Miami.
I have Miami.
Miami
Chargers at Minnesota.
Chargers."
I got Minnesota.
All right.
Suck my
Let's
left.
make
nut.
another bet. Oh. New England at Patriots at Jets.
I got the Patriots.
Jets.
Bills at Washington.
I have the Bills.
Texans at Jaguars.
Jags.
I have the Jags.
Colts at Ravens.
Ravens.
Panthers at Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle.
Bears at Chiefs.
Chiefs. Bears. Suck.
Cowboys at Arizona.
Cowboys.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Justin Fields.
Steelers at Raiders.
Raiders.
Oh,
We got the Raiders.
All right. Eagles at Tampa Bay.
Eagles. Do it.
Tampa Bay.
Do it, pussy.
Tampa
Mike Evans
Bay.
gonna drop
Yeah,
his nuts on
yeah,
you guys'
yeah,
forehead.
yeah. I wish Mike Evans would drop my nuts on your head.
Rams at the Bengals. That might be a good game, actually.
I got the Rams because I don't think Joe Burrow plays. Also,
Oh yeah, Joe Burrow's still.
I don't think Joe Burrow plays. Also, your cap. You don't think the Buccaneers win?
No,
You're just
they're-
saying that to piss
Baker
me off.
Mayfield's going to
Baker Mayfield's the GOAT.
You really think the Buccaneers are gonna win?
Mike Evans is like the number 4 wide receiver right now, bro. He been
You
going
think
off
I
for me in
give one
fantasy.
shit? You think Slay's gonna not lock him down? What Justin Jefferson do last week? Fumble out the end zone?
Yeah, that was pretty ridiculous. And you guys still barely won that game with 4 fucking fumbles. You guys should have won by 2 or 3 possessions.
It doesn't matter. We won. How about you?
That's how you don't have anything else to say.
That's all. We're 2-0.
We skipped over the Bears real quick though. Everybody saw that press conference with Justin Fields kind of calling out coaching.
Right. So
Is it just a complete? And their D coordinator like stepped down and has some kind of FBI investigation against him.
we can't say these words because of social media.
What?
But I think the FBI came in because of CP. Underage pictures.
Something
and
something to do with.
yeah, I think that's what happened.
Why do you think that?
Because they put out a statement saying like he will never coach again. Like this has to be some damning stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if he stepped down, if he resigned,
If he resigned, there's
that's how
gotta
you know
be
it's bad.
some-
and you're not getting raided by the FBI
Yeah.
over some like petty crime bullshit, right?
Some
Like that's a
weed.
big deal for you to have that happening.
And here's my
So-
thing: if Justin Fields, we could even be saying he's not even talking about the OC, or he could be talking about that DC. Like, hey, this is the issue, whatever it may be.
Well,
Justin Fields sucks as well.
the question was he led up to that statement by saying I'm playing robotic because the schemes were running offensively. It could be a coaching issue, essentially alluding to the fact that they're not allowing him to play. Justin Fields is never going to be a sit back in the pocket passer.
I watched a lot of that breakdown of those schemes. He's just making a lot of bad decisions, and there's a lot of wide receiver routes that are just not. There's no space created. You know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stick routes that aren't getting to where they need to get. There's a lot of hook back routes that aren't.
Oh.
So when hook routes are done, there's a certain landmark that you have to hit, and you got to fucking turn back.
Yeah.
It's not drift inside. It's not drift outside. These wide receivers aren't hitting certain landmarks and doing what they're supposed to do. So they're kind of guessing where to put that ball, and they're just off.
Well, and then on top of that, Chase Claypool, week 1, had an abysmal effort.
Yeah.
And then had to go up in front of coaching and the team and apologize for his lack of effort. I just saw some highlight clip of his week 1 game to where he's like just letting corners run right past him on blocking routes.
Yeah, it was
Like what
bad.
you're saying, just running routes lackadaisical and lazy.
Not giving a shit.
not blocking.
Bears are a mess all the way across the board. For all those people, there were a lot of people talking about Justin Fields being a dark horse MVP candidate that haven't said a word.
There's
since
people
then.
saying Justin Fields is better than Jalen Hurts.
That's crazy.
And that fucking bugs me.
I think he has potential to be decent, dude. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think he's fucking terrible at all. But, I mean, the game that I watched, it seems like it could be the routes, could be the OC. I don't know what
There's
it is.
not clicking.
But he's not throwing the ball within like 2 or 3 seconds like you're supposed to.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then by then, he's like, oh, shit, what do I do? And then he's checking down to the running back. I couldn't believe how many fucking checkdowns I saw. I was like thinking of like whoever has this fantasy running back is
going
balling out on
just on the
fucking points per
PPR.
reception. You know what I mean?
So here's my problem with Justin Fields. He's 5-22, 5-23 in
As a starter.
in the NFL. Why are we giving this man credit for anything?
That's
Just because
fair.
he had a good college
He hasn't done
career?
shit.
Some college does not translate to the NFL. He doesn't deserve anything. He doesn't win anything. Why are we fucking dapping him up for anything?
I agree with you on that.
He's fucking garbage.
Looking rough for Justin Fields. Maybe they'll end up being on the Caleb Williams sweepstakes. Since I just mentioned college football, dude, The Colorado Buffaloes and Dion.
They're about to take 2 L's. They're about to take 2 L's.
Oregon
who
and
do they got
USC.
next?
With no Travis Hunter, L's.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
L's in the
USC was gonna
comments.
give him the fucking beat down anyway. I'm
Regardless.
just saying, dude.
Well, the
Fight
thing, I think the thing that's going to get exposed about Colorado, so with Dion being there in the transfer portal, they were able to get a ton of speed and talent in the secondary and on the outside through the transfer portal. It's harder to build offensive lines. Their O-line is kind of garbage, dude. Their O-line and D-line are very undersized. They don't have that those men up front. So that's going to be where they get exposed against these bigger
Were you guys
schools.
kind of surprised that Colorado State put up a game against them? I thought they were gonna fuck them.
I
up.
was. And that went into a couple overtimes.
Yeah.
I was surprised that it went that far. I mean, Travis Hunter being out of the game, I think, played a major role.
And that was such a dirty hit. That corner should have been ejected.
Oregon's gonna be their first true test.
I can't
Yeah.
say.
I don't think
Look,
it was that bad of a hit.
I don't think so either, bro. If you put that in the NFL, that's a fucking bad play, but it's not. Don't get ejected for it.
I think the NFL would have got ejected. The ball wasn't catchable.
People were
It's
also
not like
saying
he was close to catching the ball. The ball was like 4 strides ahead of him.
people were saying like that kid should lose his scholarship and
Not
like,
that
get
much.
kicked out of college. It's like relax.
Not that much. Super excited for football this upcoming Sunday, though.
What do we think? Let's talk about the Rams real quick. Nakua.
Dude.
Does he have a game coming up?
I fucked up. I drafted him late rounds, and I dropped him before week 1
Yeah.
because he was projected like 1.3 points, and now he's
I picked him up.
like 15 receptions and 100-something yards last week.
Until Cooper Kupp gets back, dude, I think he needs to be.
He's the guy.
If you have him, you should probably at least start him at
He's
your
a
flex
dog,
or
for sure.
something.
For sure. Well, all right. How long has this been?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh,
Let's wrap this.
Good
up.
episode. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We'll see you soon.